the NBA has given fans unforgettable moments, epic games, and intense rivalries. These rivalries go beyond basketball, creating stories of passion, competition, and sometimes pure dislike. From coast-to-coast showdowns to personal battles, these matchups have shaped the league's history. Here in this video, let's discuss some of the hottest rivalries that keep fans talking even decades later. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Los Angeles Lakers vs. Boston Celtics. This is the NBA's most iconic rivalry. The Lakers and Celtics are basketball royalty. Their rivalry began in the 1950s, but reached its peak in the 1980s with the battles between Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. The Celtics dominated the early years, winning 11 championships in 13 seasons, including several at the Lakers' expense. But the Lakers fought back in the 80s, claiming 5 titles in the decade. Their meetings in the NBA Finals were nothing short of legendary. Fast forward to the 2000s, and the rivalry was reignited. The Kobe Bryant-led Lakers and the Celtics' Big Three, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, clashed in 2 finals. Boston won in 2008, and the Lakers got their revenge in 2010. This rivalry is more than just basketball. It's about East Coast versus West Coast, tradition versus glamour, and 2 teams constantly striving to outdo each other. Number 9. Chicago Bulls vs. Detroit Pistons. The Bulls-Pistons rivalry of the late 80s and early 90s was pure grit. It wasn't just about basketball. It was about physicality, toughness, and dominance. The Pistons, led by Isaiah Thomas, had a rough and tough image. They earned the nickname the Bad Boys for their aggressive play. The Bulls, with a young Michael Jordan, were seen as the future of the league. Detroit often knocked Chicago out of the playoffs, using the infamous Jordan rules to slow down MJ. These rules involved double-teaming him and playing physical defense to wear him down. But the Bulls didn't back down. In 1991, they finally defeated the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, sweeping them 4-0. This victory marked the end of Detroit's dominance and the start of the Bulls' dynasty. This rivalry showed us that battles on the court can be as much about mental strength as physical skill. Number 8. New York Knicks vs. Miami Heat. The Knicks and Heat had one of the most heated rivalries of the late 90s. It wasn't just about the players, it was about the coaches too. Pat Riley, who once coached the Knicks, became the Heat's head coach, adding fuel to the fire. These teams faced each other in the playoffs 4 years in a row from 1997 to 2000. Each series was intense, with low-scoring games, tough defense, and plenty of drama. One of the most memorable moments came in 1998 when a fight broke out, leading to multiple suspensions. Despite the rivalry's intensity, the games were thrilling, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. This rivalry showed the NBA how personal grudges and team pride could create unforgettable matchups. Number 7. Golden State Warriors vs. Cleveland Cavaliers. The Warriors-Cavaliers rivalry dominated the 2010s. It became the centerpiece of the NBA, as these teams met in 4 straight finals from 2015 to 2018. On one side, you had the Warriors, with their high-powered offense led by Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and later, Kevin Durant. On the other side, there was LeBron James, trying to bring glory to his hometown team. The Cavs pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in sports history in 2016. Down 3-1 in the finals, they roared back to win the series, with LeBron delivering a legendary performance. The Warriors responded by signing Durant and winning the next 2 titles. This rivalry was about dominance, pride, and the battle for NBA supremacy. Number 6. San Antonio Spurs vs. Dallas Mavericks. The Spurs and Mavericks represent Texas basketball at its finest. For years, these teams battled for supremacy in the Western Conference. Led by Tim Duncan, the Spurs were known for their discipline and team-first mentality. The Mavericks, led by Dirk Nowitzki, had a flashy offense and relentless scoring. Their playoff matchups in the 2000s were intense, often going down to the wire. In 2006, the Mavs defeated the Spurs in a thrilling 7-game series. But the Spurs had their share of victories too. This rivalry was about contrasting styles and fierce competition, making every game a must-watch basketball. Number 5. Philadelphia 76ers vs. Boston Celtics. The rivalry between the 76ers and Celtics is one of the oldest in NBA history. It dates back to the days of Wilt Chamberlain versus Bill Russell in the 1960s. The Celtics often got the better of the 76ers in those early years, with Russell's Celtics winning 11 titles. But the 76ers had their moments too, especially with players like Julius Erving and later Allen Iverson. Number 4. Los Angeles Lakers vs. San Antonio Spurs. The Lakers and Spurs dominated the Western Conference from the late 90s to the early 2010s. Their battles were a clash of dynasties. The Lakers, led by Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, were flashy and explosive. The Spurs, with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili, relied on teamwork and precision. They met several times in the playoffs, with each series feeling like a finals matchup. Number 3. Chicago Bulls vs. New York Knicks. In the 1990s, the Bulls and Knicks rivalry was all about physicality and grit. Led by Michael Jordan, the Bulls were the league's top team. The Knicks, with players like Patrick Ewing and John Starks, wanted to take them down. Their playoff battles were fierce, with each team refusing to back down. The Knicks' physical defense often tried to intimidate the Bulls, but Jordan thrived under pressure. One of the most iconic moments came in 1993, when Jordan hit a game-winning shot over the Knicks, cementing his dominance in the rivalry. This matchup was about heart and determination, making it one of the NBA's most memorable rivalries. Number 2. Boston Celtics vs. Detroit Pistons. The Celtics-Pistons rivalry of the 1980s was a battle of wills. The Celtics, with legends like Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, were the dominant team in the East. But the Pistons, led by Isaiah Thomas, were hungry to take their place. Their playoff series was intense and often came down to the final moments. The Pistons' tough, physical style clashed with the Celtics' skill and precision. In 1988, the Pistons finally defeated the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, marking the end of Boston's dominance and the rise of Detroit's Bad Boys era. This rivalry was a turning point in NBA history, symbolizing the transition from one dynasty to another. Number 1. Oklahoma City Thunder vs. Golden State Warriors. While relatively recent, the Thunder-Warriors rivalry was intense, especially in the mid-2010s. The Thunder, led by Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, were one of the few teams that could challenge the Warriors' dominance. Their 2016 Western Conference Finals clash was epic. The Thunder took a 3-1 series lead, but the Warriors roared back to win in 7 games. The rivalry heated up further when Durant left the Thunder to join the Warriors, sparking drama and tension. Every matchup after that was filled with emotion, making this one of the most exciting rivalries in recent years. NBA rivalries go beyond the game. They are epic stories of fierce competition, deep pride, and enduring legacies. Each rivalry is a chapter in the league's history, filled with unforgettable moments that ignite passion in fans and players alike. They remind us why basketball is more than a sport. It's a drama, a spectacle, and a shared experience that continues to inspire generations of enthusiasts. What's your favorite NBA rivalry? Let's keep the conversation going. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a thumbs up, and let me know what other topics you'd like to see covered in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.